Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Man, so many people live right now. I tried to wait. My bad, but I tried to wait. I looked around YouTube and saw right before my people was still live, but I had to go ahead and get mine out the way. I'm gonna call people and see if they good. I see Rodney said he was sick or he almost got unalived or something crazy. I hope he doing well. I hope he good. Salute to you, bald head Wayne. Salute Paul. Salute Dish and Dirt. Christopher Perkins. Mel Dub. Salute, salute. I gotta get me some doggone moderators back over here. I need some more moderators. They've been running amok in this damn chat. Let's see. Let's see if I can get me some doggone. See if I can get me some doggone moderators. Oh, I gotta switch to the other YouTube switch accounts. Somebody said Anton Daniels came in my chat said Anton Daniels was talking about me, but I don't care. Yeah, I don't give a damn. I didn't see it, so yeah, I didn't see it, so I don't need to worry about it. If it come across my desk, then I'll worry about it. Yeah, let me get some more moderators in here. Let me some more moderators in here. Man, we need some more diversity. I think all my moderators, I gotta get some more diversity in my chat. Yeah, we gotta get some more diversity. Yeah, we gotta get some more diversity. Let's see. He said Ethel. Yeah, man, I ain't worried about him. I'm not worried about him. All right, well, let's get to it, man. Ooh, my head is hurting. I ran too hard. Salute to you, Paul. You know what I mean? I ran too hard and went crazy, man. Golly, man. Mob, what up? Mob in the chat. Let me see if Mob got a goddamn mod stick. Grab my phone. I can't stand this new screen I got sometimes. Salute to you, Mob. To my mom, going to time me out. If he time me out, I give you one. Mom ain't gonna tire you out. That's your dog. But man, listen here, man. Hey, listen. We got goddamn on people crying over what Trump did. Trump goddamn stealing money. He got 1 point something billion for his people. And Trump don't care about nobody. He's a dictator. Trump done goddamn, he done did it all to us. We can't do nothing. Black people are so fucked up. We can't do nothing. Now, my question is, why in the heck didn't Obama do the same thing? Yeah, if it's that easy to just set aside some money for your group, your people, which we're going to let Trump explain it, what is what's the issue? Huh? Why didn't nobody did anything to do the same thing? Can anybody tell me why couldn't Obama do the same thing as Trump? If they saying he got the money for his group of people and whatever else, why didn't they do it? Because I thought it was a taxpayer slush fund. But what are they? Why didn't Obama do it as well? Why didn't Obama just set aside some money and say, fuck it? We gonna make sure black people get this. And if we can't pass it through Congress, guess what? Then I'm just gonna sign an executive order. He ain't do nothing with his chest. Everybody was trying to condition us to get us to understand you can't do nothing with a black agenda. We black out here. You can't do nothing with them. Had Steve Harvey had all the people tell us and condition us that we can't do nothing. Yeah, what can you do while you black? You can't do nothing. Now you got some people waking up like, you know what? F that. If we don't get no reparations, F them. Well, how you gonna get reparations? You had to go to the National Caucus. You got to do this. Have Roland Martin, have everybody explain it. Well, how the hell Kamala Harris was able to give up $26 billion to her people? Every race of people put up some money for their people, except us Negroes. It's like a running joke. Hey, these are the only people that you got to do that they'll come and they'll religiously vote for you without you being able to do nothing for them. Like, that's basically what they saying. Hey, look here, man. You ain't got to do nothing for these downtrodden people. They so busted and disgusted that all you got to do is give them somebody black. All you got to do is give them a symbol of hope. That's all they want. They don't want nothing but hope. They don't want nothing but a woman in place so they can brag about how much they advanced by having a black woman in place. Let's tap into their ego. Let's keep dissing the dudes and let's keep going after the women. And let's wonder why men don't come nowhere near the Democratic Party. And then let's say it's because of misogynistic and all this other stupid shit. Let's say that's the reason why they don't like us, because they don't like women. Let's make up any excuse not to talk to them. Kind of weird that way, don't you think? It's kind of weird that that's how they do us. Kind of fucking weird. But for all the people that make all these excuses, if Trump is so bad, but he doing good by his people, then why couldn't Obama do the same shit? Or is because you like Obama so much, you can't call him out? You can't call out this Negro that's trying to act like black folks' granddaddy. He want to act like he black folks' granddaddy. I need y'all men to do this. I need y'all men to do that. You want to act like my granddaddy on one end, but then you don't want to do nothing for us. My granddaddy fed us. You can't lead the people unless you do what? Feed the people. You don't put something in somebody's rumbling stomach. Why would they want to say and do something for you? They talking about Trump is not a king. He seemed like a king now. That motherfucker do what he want to do. Y'all gave us a hand-to-mouth black dude that we thought was going to do shit for us. I gave this Negro my money because you know the bus be everywhere. I told y'all I was with Obama. You know, a bus be everywhere. That's me and my beautiful face. And that's our former president that act like he our daddy. Always want to tell black men what to do. Always want to tell black men what to say. But this black man ain't do jack shit for black people. Nothing. And what Trump just did made it even worse. Like, you can't say nothing to me now. It made it even worse. Like, really? So if Trump can do all this in 2 years, Obama had 8 years and ain't do Jiminy Crick. We gave this Negro 8 years and ain't do nothing. Dish and dirt. You thought I was bullshit? I be everywhere, man. I just look like this. I keep trying to tell y'all that. Y'all think I be bullshit. I don't brag about what I do, but I told y'all once before that I got a picture with Obama. I donated to Obama. And I used to be a lifelong dimmer dummy. And I just won't be a lifelong dimmer dummy because you have to do something for my vote now. You ain't going to just get it because you black and you can play basketball and you could have 40 girlfriends. I don't give a fuck what it is. You could be married to a black woman. That don't got nothing to do with me. That's your wife. And as we can see, it don't matter about being married to nobody black if you a woman. The shit so set up to go against men that they don't really give a damn if you married to white people. They just want to police black male penises. They don't even care if you're a part of the community. You can get a white man. But if you a black man, your penis belongs to the black woman. I don't do hypocrisy well, so I don't have a lot of friends. I don't do fake shit too well. I'll be like, what? Y'all ain't mad when the ladies got to mess with all the white boy? So why would I give a damn and cancel a dude for messing with a white girl? That ain't going to work over here. That's not going to work over here. I use my logic and common sense, and what you do in your bedroom don't got shit to do with me. But I just want to know, if Obama was such a great president, then Trump must be a king, because Trump in there doing whatever he want to do while people singing and talking about him every single day. But we couldn't get no black hate crime bill. We couldn't get no reparations. We couldn't get nothing. Yeah, we couldn't get nothing. The only thing we get is hope and vote for us and we got you. And you know, if you vote for me right now, I got you next time, right? Man, that's the boo game. You know,
Hello,
I used
it's
to tell
Sarah
my little brother that shit. I was going to give you some, man, but you were being mean, man. I was going to give you some of this shit, bro. I was going to give you some of my goddamn moon pie, bro. But look how you talking to me, man. Yeah. I was going to give you some of my moon pie, but now I'm not. I'm not. I wasn't going to never give them shit. I was just saying that. Just like they just saying they going to give you Negroes something. And they ain't going to give you shit. I'm just saying. Oh, that way back then too, man. You already seen that way back then, man. You know what I mean? While these niggas sitting up here talking basketball, and I've been on this type of shit. I just did not understand it. I was voting identity politics. Boy, I came out like, boy, he black. I ain't gonna lie. I said, boy, he black, boy. How much money you need, boy? The man is black. I never thought I'd see it. I said, oh, Lord, he black. I couldn't believe it. And then I said, oh, we done let the fox in the hen house. Oh, man, when I started seeing some of his moves, seeing shit light up on the White House, oh, we let the fox in the hen house, boy. Yeah. Oh, I was happy. I was cheesing from ear to ear. I say, man, this Obama boy, I'm smooth. I already done threw my picture away. This at my homeboy house in California. I don't think I had his picture no more. That's why I couldn't find it. And then he took a picture of it on his wall and sent it to me. He said, man, I still got that picture of you, Obama. Man, you made history, man. Why the hell you threw that picture away? I said, well, if you got it, I got it. Shit. If you got the picture, I got it. But this nigga ain't do nothing. Man, I damn near set it on fire. He made relationship between men and women worse. And we can see now by the way his woman talk about him, we know why the situation got worse. He a damn weenie dog. I damn near burnt it. Yeah, I was cheesing for in there. I thought I was Black Power. Black Power. They just used this Negro. Now they mad about what Trump did. And I don't even think most people understand what Trump did. So let's listen to some people discuss what they feel Trump did. And we might go listen to what CNN and some of these people are saying, because boy, it's more of the same stuff. Trump is the devil. Trump is this. But I could have sworn when I played the video the other day, Trump was basically saying, we have a slush fund that if you save some of your money, if you part of the fund, they will match your fund, match it. And they could do potentially $1,000 cash back every year. And so I thought this was a good thing. I thought people were going to be like, wow, we love Trump. But it's people saying, oh, this is just to take care of his base. I didn't know he limited it to his base. I thought it was whoever put their money in there and you could match it. But let other people tell it it's the worst thing in the world. But this shit is crazy.
The BBC Washington Bureau.
And it's Anthony across the table from Sarah in Washington, D.C.
Just back from a trip.
Back from Kentucky.
Yesterday, Tuesday the 19th, was a little kind of mini Super Tuesday in America with 6 different states having primary elections where they choose the candidates for the Republican and Democrat parties who will go into the midterm elections in November. And we're interested in these because in a lot of them, inside the Republican Party, there was a more establishment candidate and a Trump challenger. And in most cases, in fact, I think all cases, it was the Trump candidate who won, wasn't it, Anthony?
Yes, it was. And in Kentucky, most notably.
Boy, Trump putting people in place, lining them up, and they winning. I used to like Obama. I don't like none of his policies no more. He might be a cool person, but his policies, no. But this is allegedly them talking about the whole situation with Trump. Let me go past this a little bit.
And it got real expensive for him. Look, they used a lot of dirty tricks, but we stayed the course. We didn't bend a knee. We didn't throw a foul ball. We didn't do any of those things. We didn't kneecap anybody. We had lots of opportunities to try a lot of stuff like that, and we never did it. We ran a clean race.
Yeah, so that is very interesting that Thomas Massie is saying that it wasn't specifically about the money, even though tens of millions were spent on what's now the most expensive primary race in America. He was being challenged by a Donald Trump-backed candidate because he had voted to release the Epstein files, he had voted against extra spending that would have increased the national debt, and he voted against the war in Iran. All things he'd broken with Donald Trump on, but he said he was the one holding the flame of Trumpism because these were all things that Donald Trump campaigned on, but just wasn't delivering in office, and pointed out he'd been loyal to him 90% of the time, voting with him in Congress. So, Anthony, you were there talking to voters. You must have met people who, in 2024, had voted for both Donald Trump and Thomas Massie, and they're now being asked to pick between the two of them.
Right, and a lot of them were conflicted. I talked to some people who voted for Massie, who was a little upset about the fact that Trump was campaigning against him. I talked to some voters who voted against Massie, but liked him as a person and felt they kind of admired his stand on principles, but that didn't matter. And when it came down to it, Massie was making the case that he was standing on principles and that his voters should side with him because of these stands. And a majority of the voters, it turns out, did not like the fact that he was breaking with Donald Trump. I mean, as an example, this is Alan. He was a Republican I spoke with at a coffee shop in Union, Kentucky, and he laid it out pretty clearly why he was not supporting Thomas Massie.
Massey's been there too long, and he does not represent Kentucky any longer. All his, and he takes pride in, of course, opposing Trump so that he can get all those interviews and stuff like that. And then, so then what do you really stand for? I mean, so you have to decide. I mean, his buddies Ro Khanna. Do you stand with Ro Khanna or do you stand with Donald J. Trump? And
right.
He's made his bed, so to speak.
So you like Galbraith, or is it just that he is the other?
I do. I've met him a couple times, and I do like him.
I don't like that video. I'm gonna have to go vet it. Let's go to what they said on this one.
The Department of Justice announcing the creation of an anti-weaponization fund.
The DOJ says the $1.8 billion fund will support those who claim they were a victim of lawfare at the hands of the Biden administration. Fox's Alexandria Hoff has more on the fund and the criticism it's seeing tonight.
Plenty of strong reaction on Capitol Hill and beyond following the announcement of a $1.7 billion anti-weaponization fund, which will pay reparations to President Trump's allies for what they call judicial abuse by the Biden administration. More than a few Republicans are asking tough questions about using taxpayer money to compensate those who have been convicted of crimes.
What I want to know is how the fund was created and what its purpose is, and the legality of creating a fund that Congress hasn't had anything to say about.
Democrats going even further, calling it a slush fund with no oversight.
We've gotten to the point where Donald Trump is just stealing in broad daylight from the American people.
And some experts are warning paying reparations for something that happened so recently could set a dangerous precedent.
It's our previous president. It's his predecessor in the office. And so that's what makes this, I think, particularly unusual and raising eyebrows.
But the administration is defending the move, claiming the president and his family will not receive funds.
Anybody can apply. The commissioners will set rules, I'm sure.
And it's unlikely the president will lose much political ground with his base.
I think it will be seen as kind of another instance of him sort of putting what's important to him personally, the transactional element of a lot of what he does. These people got hurt. I think I'm going to give them money.
Democrats say they'll challenge the fund in court, but first the judge needs to agree that they have standing. At the White House, Alexandria Hoff, Fox News.
Man, Trump do whatever the hell he want to do. Hey, Trump do whatever the hell he want to do, man. Why did nobody else do this, though? These people, they say it's reparations. If Trump could have done that, then why couldn't Obama put together and say, you know what? I'm going to give the black community $1.8 billion right now. He could have done it. We can't run on no black agenda. We black out here. It's going to be a good thing for the people that they weaponized the party against. I think those people was weaponized against. Those people on January 6th walking through the courtroom, walking through the building, and then they getting called, getting 22 years in prison, 15 years, 5 years, and some of them just walking through. But we see people on camera burning police cars, kicking police cars, stopping the ebb and flow of life, and that's mostly peaceful. So I think they did weaponize it a little bit. I don't know if this is the right response, but they definitely weaponized it a little bit.
And that's according to centrist Democratic Senator John Fetterman and according to the legal analyst and host on Newsmax, the conservative cable channel to the right of Fox News.
I agree with Senator Fetterman here. I have issues with this, and I'm just not sure how you can be the defendant and the on both sides of this lawsuit. It's the Trump. Right. It's Trump against Trump.
That's a reference to the $10 billion lawsuit Trump filed against the IRS in January for leaking his tax returns in 2019. Trump is both the plaintiff and the defendant since the IRS reports to the president. Here is Newsmax senior legal analyst Andrew Napolitano.
Two major constitutional issues here. The first you raised. This is not a real lawsuit. There's no case or a controversy. The president no person can be on both sides. In my view, Todd Blanche has very serious ethical issues because he signed this agreement knowing he works for the plaintiff. That's issue number one. Issue number two is the one Senator Fetterman raised.
Okay.
Where's the money coming from? Congress didn't authorize this. That Obama fund that the government cites as a precedent was expressly authorized by the Congress. The Constitution says no money shall be spent from the public treasury, but that which has been appropriated by Congress.
The declarations that this is unconstitutional and corrupt are echoing far beyond television studios. Fiscal conservatives are asking why taxpayers should finance massive settlements connected to political battles. Civil libertarians are warning that tying compensation to political loyalty would transform justice into a partisan spoil system. Democrats and Republicans in both the U.S. House and Senate are lashing out.
My first reaction was this doesn't pass the smell test.
It sends a signal, hey, go breach the Capitol, destroy the building, assault police officers, and you may even get compensated for someday. That's absurd.
Every policy issue that I look at it through the lens of what impact is this going to have on affordability.
And you think this weaponization fund is a waste of taxpayer dollars?
I think that would be putting it mildly.
I have like almost zero confidence in the DOJ right now. And so let's go back and try and regain some of that confidence before we talk about any money.
He just wants to continue to use the budget of the United States illegally as a political slush fund for his foot soldiers.
Trump just wants to use the U.S. budget as a slush fund for his foot soldiers. Trump insists the effort is about accountability, not favoritism for what he calls government weaponization.
We're reimbursing those people for their legal fees and for their costs and for anybody involved.
But there is already a fund when the government gets sued, loses, and has to pay out. In this case, the Trump fund could give money to allies tried and convicted for assaulting police officers. And while many Republicans are joining Democrats in speaking out and condemning the Trump fund, there are some Republicans, including House Speaker Mike Johnson, who are staying silent or say they don't know enough to make a judgment. Those Republicans refusing to cross Donald Trump are enabling his corruption. And as Jon Stewart noted, that's a very different political environment than what another.
So Trump is corrupt because he know all the people from January 6th. He all in the bed and allies with all the people from January 6th. Wow. That's crazy. Trump is the only one, that'll talk to Ice Cube. Trump was the only one that brought Steve Harvey to the White House. Trump was, man, let me just tell you how they spoke about Trump back in the day.
President Trump was accommodating. I'm going to give the man this. The man was very congenial, as we said that. I said, well, I have a mentoring program, but my mentoring program is restrictive because I can only do about 1,000 boys, and I can do them only one time a year in each city. I want to create vision centers around the country where I can take these schools that you're closing in the inner cities, take HUD funds, put it with them, and then go in and refurbish these schools and buildings and turn them into a place where boys and girls can come and learn life skills, and parents can come and learn financial skills. You can go online and look them up. They opened up 3 of them. All the ideas I had given them, they enabled.
He's going to make America great again. Let's go, Donald Trump.
I'm doing this absolutely free of charge because I want this country to be in her hands as opposed to Donald Trump's hands. That's why I do it.
That's why I do it. That's why I do it. He was accommodating. Nobody get you with Cube with the Black City. Oh, Ice Cube, stupid, blah, blah, blah. Hit dog, holla. Oh, Ice Cube, stupid, too. Oh, damn, that's crazy. Everybody's stupid. But listen, man, we got Chud the Builder chimping out. His friend chimping out. He had a guy that came to court with him, and he was a dummy, making all this noise. Shout out to Poetic Flacco. You know, this guy right here, federal watchdog. You know, the judge told him, and this is what y'all don't understand. I learned this almost the hard way. But The judges can do what they want. So I don't play with no judges. You go into that judge courtroom, he tell you not to talk, your ass bet not talk. They can lock you up. The judge go in there, you smell like marijuana, and the judge say, hey, look, everybody who's goddamn smell like weed, get the hell on. If you don't tell the truth about you smoking, you're going to jail until I feel like it. You're going to jail for contempt for a couple of days. And it's some dumb motherfuckers didn't even go up there. I'm like, boy, they stupid. He got arrested right there. And now, you know, the same tough guys that when they're in the comfort of their own home, when they're in the group acting tough, you know, when they can rally up the group and be tough, you know, they tough. But when they can't and they got to be alone, when they got to face things on their own, guess what this dude, he chimping out telling his mama to call the police station. This dude had his mama call the police station to find out where her baby. Think I'm lying? Check it out.
In the previous video. But Jake Lang is currently in jail because he went to Chud's court date and he wanted to stand up and cause a scene, so the judge threw him in jail. Now, Jake Lang has been crying about how he's in solitary confinement. He hasn't been given food. Now, Jake Lang's mama, his mama called the jail because they can't find Jake Lang. They can't communicate with him. He lost his phone privileges, and they is worried about him, man. He done involved his mama in this Chud nonsense, bro.
You still there, ma'am?
I'm still here.
They will. Well, I was told that an attorney will have to contact our attorney.
Our attorney will have to
regarding Mr. Lang.
This is his mom calling, and I'm recording the call because I want to know what's going on with my son and why. I mean, I understand.
Yes, ma'am, but from my understanding, some comments were made in regards to us being sued or getting sued by you guys.
Well, not me. That's not me, guys. I'm his mom, and I have only called there once before, asking for a lieutenant, and I put it on an answering machine for him to call me back. This is the first time I'm telling you right now. I'm recording it because he has a hearing on Wednesday, and I want to know why they're keeping the lights on all night. Why can't he have any dark sleeping conditions, and why does he have a woman guard going?
You should have told your son not to go to jail if you was worried about all that. Well, he can't have the lights off because he in jail. He don't got no rights. Ma'am, for the first time, you might not have known this, ma'am, but your son is a slave right now. He's in jail. He is locked up. This boy is a slave. He is state property. Beanie Siegel, them, they told y'all, state property is what your son is. So if they tell him when to shower, he got to go shower. If they tell him lights out, lay down, they get the lights out. If they tell him ain't no lights out, ain't no lights out. If they say open dorm, it's an open dorm. You can't tell them people how to do their job. Your son decided to open his mouth when that judge told him to shut his mouth. That judge was clear with his instructions. He was precise. He was, I'm talking about articulate, good judge. He said, listen, this is no nonsense. I'm not going to have any outburst in my courtroom. The only people that's required to speak is the attorneys and him. And he didn't say he was going to lock up the bailiff if that motherfucker talked. It's crazy. He got his mama calling up to the jailhouse because she won't turn the lights off. Why he can't get a little bit of sleep with the lights off? If you'd have taught your son how to mind and behave, then guess what? Your son wouldn't be in the situation locked up. He probably would run around your house telling you what to do. Mom, shut up! Mom, I'm gonna leave the lights on. Now you want to sit up here and call and vouch for him. This boy is a grown-ass man that don't know how to follow a judge's instructions. Why didn't you tell your son not to chimp out? Why you ain't tell your son not to chimp out? Your son probably educated in all this. He didn't know that judge wasn't playing. He didn't know that a judge can lock your ass up. He thought it was a game. Now you got Chud the dummy in jail, and if you looking at some of the people that's following him, you can tell that they're dumb too. Low vibrational idiots. You want to give somebody, y'all supposed to be about law and order. And if you were about law and order, Chud broke the law. Chud was already not supposed to have a firearm. Chud was already out on bond. You can't be out on bond for harassing people and walking off on tabs and doing all these certain things and then be walking around with a firearm. It's so much responsibility that you're supposed to have. You're not even supposed to drink with a firearm. But now the guys that was telling people not to chimp out is all chimping out. Oh, it's too cold. Oh, the lights are on. Mama, I don't got no good food in here. Shut up, slave. I love every minute of it. You know why I love every minute of it? Life is about how you live in it. Chud got fired for being a racist son bitch. Now, all of you people that's been running with Black Lives Matter, talking about Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. Some of these people are the very same people that believe in free speech so much that they want to make hate speech free speech. Damn our free speech to contest against Donald Trump and the government and everybody else. They think that's a right to just go around saying the N-word to people and saying racial slurs to people. Boy, it'll make a better place if we just walk up to every race that's been enslaved and let's just say whatever at the time that they were being enslaved. Let's just use that racial undertone and call them that. Oh, man, it'll make a greater society, boy. Oh, my God, it'll make a great place to live. We just walk up to the Irish people, whatever word they use for them, say it. Walk up to Jewish people, whatever word they used back then, say it. Walk up to all of these people, the Chinese, say it. Let's see if everybody chimp out. This is the stupidest thing in the world. I can see it now. The world will be a better place because everybody would just not care. I mean, they would show that they're so profound and mature. Fucking idiots. People want to be licensed to be idiots. You take your company and you do something this stupid, and you meet the same fate. He got fired for being an idiot. Now watch this. Let's listen to the boy mama chimp out and cry.
And I put me guy.
And then some comments.
I would have hung the phone up on her ass myself. She would have had to talk to somebody else. All these damn complaints she had about her criminal son. I'd have been like, you should have raised them better. Beep, and hung up the phone.
They will.
In this, he lost his phone privilege.
You still there, ma'am?
I'm still here.
They will. Well, I was told that an attorney will have to contact our attorney.
Our attorney will have
regarding Mr. Lane.
This is his mom calling, and I'm recording the call because I want to know what's going on with my son and why. I mean, I understand.
Yes, but from my understanding, some comments were made in regards to us being sued or getting sued by you guys.
Well, not me. That's not me, guys. I'm his mom, and I have only called there once before asking for a lieutenant, and I put it on an answering machine for him to call me back. This is the first time I'm telling you right now. I'm recording it because he has a hearing on Wednesday, and I want to know why they're keeping the lights on all night. Why?
Yeah, like mama, like son. This lady is not too bright. Ma'am, you called the jailhouse. Everything is recorded. They recording it too. You could have saved your little recording time and asked for a freedom of information and get the recording that they're going to have on file for you, ma'am. You called the fucking jailhouse. She's recording you too. You even you can call a police dispatch, cuss them out, hang up, and think you done did something. They can lock your ass up for that. They can call you back and lock your ass up for that. So, ma'am, you being recorded too. So, like mama, like son.
Lieutenant, and I put it on an answering machine for him to call me back. This is the first time I'm telling you right now. I'm recording it because he has a hearing on Wednesday, and I want to know why they're keeping the lights on all night. Why can't he have any dark sleeping conditions? And why does he have a woman guard going into his shower when he was naked and he can't even have a towel? I mean, not having a woman guard is against his Prison Rape Elimination Act to do that.
I can hear the colonization and imperialism in her voice. That's too much. I apologize. That's not cool, man. This is a concerned mother calling because her son done got her in some ish. All right. The son decided he wanted to go to court and support a racist, and he got put in jail too. And now.
So wait a minute. She complaining that a female guard is looking at her son's private part, then a male guard? Holy moly donut shop. Who is telling her this information for her to call and complain about? Why would he be mad that some females is looking at him in the shower opposed to some dudes looking at him in the shower? I'm kind of confused on this one. This is kind of confusing.
He's going through it. He's in solitary confinement. The family is stressing out because they can't find him, right? The last they heard from him, he was being moved out of his cell and put in a cell with somebody else. He thought they was about to put him in a cell with a black man. He is terrified. They don't know if he's in a cell with a black man. They don't know if he's alive. They don't know where he's at. And all I can say is, well deserved. Now listen, is his rights being violated? Is he maybe having some rights violated of his? Maybe, but quite frankly, I don't give a damn. At all. At all. Now the mother goes through her entire spiel, goes through.
What did he think his rights wasn't gonna get violated? Did you not see? See, first of all, everybody is not racist. See, there's some white cops that saw the way he walked up and commanded, Chud walked up and commanded some type of authority over that black cop. And then he said, yeah, the reason why he ain't chimping out is because he drinking White Monster. We need to get all y'all on White Monster. That's why he ain't chipping out. So yeah, everything about this Chud, the dummy, they're gonna exploit. They're gonna, and his friend. You think them black prison guards, them white prison guards that's cool with black folks, you think they treating them nicely in there? No. He's not at nobody prison where they can go to racial lines. He right there where local black, a lot of local black people probably work at that jail. So no, you dumb. He's a dummy. You saying things like, oh, well, I'm gonna end the life, I'm gonna walk away free. And I'm gonna end the life of one of these chimps. You saying this type of stuff, that's premeditated. Good luck going into a courtroom where the jury can read a tweet of you talking about unaliving people prior to it happening, and then within a week or so later of you speaking this into existence, because there's a lot of things people could talk about. And why would you try to bring up unaliving people as one of your talking points? Why would that be one of the things that you want to put out into the atmosphere? If you're just a freedom of speech guy, why are you putting in the atmosphere that what's going to happen is I'm going to leave one of these things on the ground, and when I'm gonna walk away free, and y'all gonna be mad? Sound like that what you wanted. And then you getting these other white boys to act like they wasn't raised right. Yeah, this is the freedom of speech thing. Yeah, Y'all motherfuckers use y'all freedom of speech every day. You say F Donald Trump every day. That's your freedom of speech. That's what it's for. It ain't for you to exploit no goddamn constitution so you can walk around with a gun ready to use your Second Amendment against your fellow man instead of against the government if they uprise against you. Just a bunch of clowns. I know why he don't want one of them girls to see him naked. That's what it is. Anybody that's walking around acting like that, yeah, he don't want none of them girls to see him naked. Got to be lacking in something acting like that. Why would anybody want to act like that? That's crazy. Just walking around being dumb. Waste of white skin, if you ask me. All the good tax breaks and the white privilege and all this stuff you could have taken advantage of, but instead you focusing on something you claim you don't like. I'm focusing on the darkies. That's not smart at all. I'm just focusing on teaching these Negroes freedom of speech. Negro, with the educational system in America, some of these kids can't even fucking read. And a lot of these Negroes that you running up into in these Democrat-ran states, they slow as pond water. You think they're going to give a damn about you trying to teach them something? You going to end up popping somebody or they going to end up hurting you. One of the two. He said he'll waste a perfectly good oxygen. I like that one better. Yeah, motherfucker, waste of white skin, man. Shit crazy. Motherfucker could have been a shoe-in for the president. You know what I mean? All kind of things were already built in, afforded for you as a white guy. As a black man, we had to fight for that shit. You know, fight for rights, fight. Still can't be no dark-skinned Negro in the White House. But we got a light-skinned one in. Kudos to us. But all the other presidents was white. So he could have been a shoe-in to be the president. But no, he couldn't compete with the white boys, so he over here talking down on Negroes. What a dummy. Yeah, they wake up. I'm going to show these boys I'm going to teach these Negroes how to not care. You ain't going to teach us Jack Judy. Still think I'm crazy? Wait till reality come out. We ain't allowed to be truthful. No. Like right now, people going to be mad as hell at me that I say Obama ain't do shit. But the one thing they can't say is I don't know what I'm talking about. Because there go me and Obama right there. I voted for Obama. This ain't no picture that's cropped. This ain't no picture that's goddamn AI. You know. Enough money can get you close to the president. That's when I knew. I said, oh, this shit a game. Black country Negro like me from Dixville can get next to the president? And I said, oh, yeah, man. Anything possible. Anything possible. I done been in some great spaces, man. I done stood next to MJ, Kobe, Allen Iverson, Rasheed Wallace, Richard Hamilton, a lot of stars. Jerry Stackhouse, Obama. I went to Oprah's set. I met a lot of cool ass people. Well, people that people like. I met a lot of people. Somebody said Diddy. No, Gil brought Diddy out. You had Todd McFarlane toys, KB? I'm just saying. Oprah and Obama, you won, so I thought. Only if I knew now what I knew then. Allegedly.
So, this actor, United States Congress, of Section 40, man, bro. Man, the lady on the phone said, hey, bro, tell a lawyer to contact us, man. Get off my phone, man.
That was passed a while ago. And you have to announce yourself. You just can't walk in on a naked man, a woman. But anyway, why not even give him a towel? And he doesn't have even an access to call anyone or a lawyer or me. So I know he's alive. Nobody from the jail has called me back. I think it's kind of cruel and unusual for some misdemeanor, contempt of court, treating him like an animal.
Yes, ma'am. However, Lieutenant Wong.
Ma'am, they're not treating him like an animal. They treat him like a convict, which he is. They treat him like a convict. He's a convict.
I'll be here until tomorrow, so you can call back tomorrow and see if you're able to speak with him then.
So there's just nobody in charge over at the jail that I can talk to?
No, ma'am, not without an attorney.
Not without.
See, ma'am, I see why your son got locked up. You got low impulse control. You tried to minimize what your son did. You didn't take accountability. Probably he won't take accountability. You didn't say, well, I know my son was talking and we apologize for that. I'm just upset for my son. You tried to minimize it. For some little simple, it ain't simple. The judge said, shut the hell up. And that was simple. But it's a big deal when you defy a judge. Everyone knows that. It is a big deal. You can't, them judges don't play with you. They're not gonna let you think that, they're not gonna make you think that you got control over a courtroom. You have an outburst, you better beg the judge for a recess to calm your damn self down. Or you going to jail. I told you, I had an outburst at one of my goddamn child support hearings. I couldn't believe the information that I heard. I couldn't believe this shit. I said, what? And I cursed in the courtroom. And that judge said, boom. He hit that motherfucking gavel. Hey. But he understood. But he still, this is his courtroom. He said, do you need a minute to get out of my courtroom and calm down? We don't tolerate it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please let me go outside. Let me goddamn drink a whole half a fountain of water. Yeah, but guess what? When I came back in, I ain't say a goddamn another word. I would have got thrown out for laughing. Dog, when I came back in, I ain't say shit else. Because that judge was not bullshitting. Serious, real talk. You did the same thing? Yeah, that judge let me know. Nigga, boy, look at here. That judge say, Tampa? Hell yeah, that judge Tampa me down. It was just a knee-jerk reaction. I really didn't mean to say nothing. It just came out. I was shocked that I said something. I literally was shocked. I didn't know. Have y'all ever just said something and you didn't mean to say it? It just like, what? When you heard that, like, bitch, I was like, what the? It was just a bitch, what? And I didn't even know I said it. It was something like that. I was like, I hope the court transcript, the lady that's in there typing everything, I hope she didn't hear what I said and type that shit into the court transcripts. Because that'll be fucked up. Hey, But I did not, bro. You 7 foot, they was gonna play with you. No, I know they weren't. They not gonna play with you. Listen, when that judge got upset, shit, boy, they got some 7 foot motherfucking bailiffs in there, boy. Trust me, they got a size for anybody. They got motherfuckers short, stocky, tall, skinny, tall, big. They got every size Negro that whoop your ass in there. Trust me. When that judge get upset, you gonna get whipped. Laugh out loud. I got 24 hours contempt for arguing with the judge. See, bald head Wayne, you a real one, man. See, I ain't real. I ain't arguing with that judge. That shit slipped out. I ain't mean to say it. I'm thinking like, oh shit, I done it. But I know one thing. Hey, listen, I said yes, sir, before he even finished his sentence. Well, do you need to go out and get? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, you gonna take a 15-minute break, get you some water, and come on back in here. Boy, my goddamn legs almost went out. I was so mad. Did you ever meet Michael Jackson? I don't recall. I think I met damn near everybody. I think everybody came to see MJ. So when MJ came back to Washington, goddamn everybody came to Washington. Or they came on one of the stops on his farewell tour. They was in the locker room. I done seen some of everybody. I just met so many people, seen so many people I don't even know. But it was like a common thing. So when you around MJ, who gonna run up on him is a common thing. Warren Sapp, Tom Brady, you gonna see the who's who. Everybody mess with MJ. Judge was kind of nervous, thinking this 7 foot. Yeah, I mean, the look I gave, and I was just startled. Fuck it, I ain't gonna lie, I was startled. I couldn't believe it. Steven Jackson back acting like a YN. I seen something with him and Nori, but that's their stuff, man. I ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? But let's hear the rest of this real quick.
An attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's unheard of. Thank you, and God bless.
The best part about this, nothing he's posting is going viral or resonating. Like, he's crying online about how he's being persecuted and how the system is after him, but nothing he's posting is really picking up. Like, nobody cares this dude is in jail or suffering at all. Nobody gives a damn, like, at all. And while I'm recording this video right now, Chud's team just hit me up. Okay, Chud's team just wrote me. Let's go take a look. All right, let's go. Live update, people. Okay, live update. Okay, live update. Look at what these absolute buffoons just text. Watch this. Look at these absolutely buffoons just text me. It's more likely you'll get shot by some other black guy over blank chicken, just going by statistics. When he was typing this, he was probably thinking, oh, I really got him now. Oh, I really got him now. Sir, we are making money off you racists. I don't think you understand. We are making guap off you racists. Chud, thank you, Chud. Thank you, Chud. You made me. In fact, let's go ahead and show you how much you made me, okay, Chud? So, a racist joke cannot hurt me, Chud. You made me $122,000 in the last 28 days, Chud. Okay, you did that for me, sir. Thank you so much. Keep on with the racist joke.
Man, Flacco ain't slick. He doing that for the whole. Hey, them girls gonna be like, you know what? I don't mind goddamn going to Africa here and there, you know. That nigga say, I made 128,000 in 27 days. Shout out to you.
Folks, all right, we gonna keep on making money off of your demise, off of your downfall. You in a prison cell. We making 6 figures a month. So the fried chicken joke, it has zero effects on me, man. Zero. Now let's respond back to this idiot, okay? Let's let him know how we popping, okay? Let's pop it to this idiot, man. Okay? Let's pop it to this idiot, man. Let him know how we coming, okay? Let's go. Hey, listen, man. Racist jokes in 2026.
Shit, Miss Collins gonna be like, shit, you ain't getting this key, you bust. I don't got down for the mess with Flacco.
But I know the real Alex Rosen. This is the real Alex Rosen.
A lot of people, trying to put in my comment section, oh, but you would never say the N-word in the Allegheny National Forest in Pennsylvania. Well, you're wrong.
Oh, that's a bold white boy. He went back to the caucus.
Hey, I think if I see the white boy just yelling nigga in the middle of the road, I'm gonna think that motherfucker slow and just keep riding and laughing. I don't find that offensive. I think he's so dumb that it's funny. Like, to go to that length, I'm just thinking like, dog, which one of these black dudes banged your wife? Like, what happened? Tell me what happened. Is it your sister? Who came over with a nigga? Was it your sister? Was it your mama? Who brought the black man home that got you this upset? Who brought him home? Because this is based in trauma. Who brought the Negro home? Who did it? Because something ain't right, man. No wonder Matt Barnes so screwed up. Half his uncles smoking weed with him, chilling. The other half calling him the N-word. Ain't this a me? Boy, look at here. The Lord, some of these mixed kids ain't got a chance.
His mountains to yell N-word hard R at our ancestors. Oh, no. This is a defiant white boy. But this is the one who all the black creators love to collab with now. This is more Alex Rosen files.
Dude, you can't say fucking live stream. It's bad, dude. Are gonna get offended and report us. Oh, you're right. What's wrong with you? This guy just said racist creep. Where are you, black? Yeah, it's probably a angry or something. Oh, you're right. I don't want to eat anything right now. What the racist for real?
These videos aren't from 10 years ago, 15 years ago. So they know very well what Alex Rosen history is, but they still chose to work with him. But it looks like Alex Rosen donating $10,000 to Chud, standing by Chud's side, trying to do everything possible to free Chud, is apparently where the black creators who have worked with him, they are now drawing the line in sand. Alex Rosen has now lost relationships with black creators who took a chance on him because he's now choosing to stand by Chud's side. One of the biggest black creators, Gideon, he was forced to address his audience and address collabing with Alex Rosen and disavow and denounce everything that Alex Rosen has done with Chud. Now, I'm gonna say this, man. I like Gideon, but if you was working with this man after knowing this about him, then him working with Chud shouldn't be much different. I don't see the difference between what this man was doing in the past and the present and him working with Chud. It's the exact same thing. But thank you to Gideon for, I guess, finally disavowing Chud. And here's what Gideon had to say.
Y'all, I don't want to run from this situation. I'm not hiding from it. I've already addressed it on stream, but I'm going to be making a video about it. Alex donated $10,000 to Chud the Builder's new Gifts and Go, right? Like, he's literally the top raiser for it. As you guys can see, no one even comes close. This right here is Alex. He said,
See, I can't stand when people try to remember their kids when they're in trouble, because you was leaving this boy at the house, driving to a town over to incite violence, to say a word that obviously has been getting you a negative reaction, to almost get in fist fights, to spray mace on people to have a firearm ready to defend yourself, and you don't always win every time, you win a firefight. The last gas station he was at, there was another black dude that was at the gas station with the same legal right to carry a firearm as him. So it was a dangerous game that you playing. Why wasn't you thinking about your son then? Oh, you just forgot he was at the house. Son was looking at the window, waiting on his daddy. He out there playing N-word games, trying to get people to chimp out, as he say. Well, maybe if you was home making that little boy a sandwich or something, instead of trying to make grown men chimp out or not chimp out, then your ass could have been a better father. But instead, you just a punk, and your kid got to see and know that he the son of a punk that would rather go out and antagonize people and blaming other people instead of you just creating a job and just doing it. You want to walk around every day saying the N-word because you upset. You should have went to counseling.
That free speech matters. Everybody's asking, my opinion on it. They think I'm hiding from it and stuff. And I'll be straight up, man. I think what Chud the Builder was out there doing is disgusting and harmful to society. And I think Alex supporting that is disgusting and harmful to society. And I think it's more disgusting in more ways than just supporting Chud the Builder, right? Instead of us talking about all the people, Alex has done over 100 prey catches this year. He's caught over 100 predators. 70 of them have gotten arrested. A lot of them are going to be facing life sentences, right? But instead of us focusing on that, instead of us putting our attention towards that, instead of us commending him and giving us our support, he's like, he finds it more important to do this and support this racist dude and drop $10,000 on him, man. And the reason why I'm real disappointed with Alex, man, is, this is a distraction, bro. This Chud the Builder stuff is a big fat old distraction. It's a distraction from, now people, it doesn't matter how many pedos he catches now. They're just going to look at him like, oh, you're the guy who donated to Chud the Builder. Just take it away. Now, it's so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. Free speech matters. I know Alex definitely, donates to other organizations and stuff. But, bro, that specific $10,000 could have went to so many different organizations that could help kids.
Is this hypocritical? Yes. But I still applaud Gideon for trying his best, I guess. But this dude is a self-admitted bigot. This dude don't like black people. This dude has made it clear he don't like black people. You still chose to be his friend and work with him after you knew he don't like black people. He has said a lot of bad things about black people. He has done a lot of harmful things to black people. You still have worked with him. But the Chud thing is where he crossed the line. I can't believe to understand that logic. Now, Gideon does address this as well.
Yeah, I don't understand that logic either. That don't even make no sense. So if he addressed it, let me hear it.
Well, he does address like him knowing about like Alex Rosen's past, but still working with him. I don't understand this, man. But I guess it's a good thing, right? That Alex Rosen has lost, one of his most powerful black allies because he has chosen to associate with Chud. But we still have some questions for Gideon, man. If you knew what this guy was, why did you choose to associate with him?
He was racist. You're totally aware of that. Y'all, I've never ran away from the fact of the stuff that he said on y'all say oh, you're totally aware of that and stuff like that. You would have to be an idiot to think I was running away from that fact and stuff. I think it's one thing to just be saying online, and even saying it's not cool at all, but supporting this that is actually out in the streets affecting people and hurting people. I look at it as it's just not cool. So, bro, you were aware of it. I was aware of it. We were all aware of it, right? You guys are acting like I've not addressed this a million billion times. I've been called freaking. If I can only show you guys the messages of bro, can you chill with this? But at the end of the day, y'all, this whole Chud the Builder distraction too. We definitely should be focused up on it and everything. But bro, the nigga's arrested. Hopefully he's gonna get convicted for a long time. It's not like he's free and we're trying to get legislation. I mean, they're trying to get him free. I don't know why they're trying to get him free, but I'm just gonna hope that the courts do their job and show what he's doing is disgusting and get him locked up for a long time.
I don't think that excuse made any goddamn sense. You might as well be Chud the Builder friend too. If you this dude friend, you might well, because this guy that you was hanging with could be Chud the Builder, because he don't seem like he's afraid. So if he goes out and does the same exact thing, which could lead to an altercation, which he would probably do the same thing Chud did. So yeah, I just tend not to hang with idiots. I wouldn't hang with no dude that was just doing no stupid shit towards any race. I would be asking, why you doing that? Like, what the fuck is we? We supposed to be players. We supposed to be out here trying to get to some money and mind our business. Why is you want to talk like this? I would think you're mentally disturbed and would not want to be around you. I do not want you in my friend group. You're going to cause too much drama. Like, what are you missing? I think a lot of these people are impotent. They impotent and got sexual problems when they act like this. They have either a fetish or a sickness, some type of sexual problem, because it just don't make sense. This is not going to be a successful outcome. Show me the blueprint of this being successful. Just running in the streets, saying stupid stuff like that to people and thinking that this is going to work good. Like, I don't understand it. And for the guys that's coming behind this guy doing this, good luck. Good luck to you. Good luck with that. Let's see. Stop hating on the white man, KB. Bro gonna help put them dangerous YNs in the slammer. Free him. I'm not hating on the white man. They only catch predators together. You can find somebody else to catch predators with. That makes it better. You know, he a racist, but we catch predators together. That's almost as stupid as that shit I remember Gil saying on my panel. Oh, you know, I didn't have the infrastructure. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have, why'd you give up 50%? I didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, so you don't know what you don't know. Anton dumbass. Oh, you don't know what you don't know. So I agree with him. So you don't know, so you sign? I can think of a lot of, that might give me better pause to not sign because I don't know. And so with technology and with attorneys and with people that's in this world that do know, the one thing that I know that would be smart is to get somebody in the room that actually does know. You ever thought about that, C student? That he should have got somebody in the room that actually knew what it was that they were looking at and dealing with, and then maybe he would have got a better deal. When I was talking to Underdog, I had one of my buddies that's in business, and I had an attorney present. And they was just listening to everything that was said. And if it was any contracts presented, if we could have came to some sort of agreement, then my attorney would have said, we'll get back to you. My attorney will get back to you. Ain't no way I'm signing a contract based on, hey, I didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. And people were sitting there listening to that shit. I'm like, what? Great content, KB. Appreciate you, Paul. People were actually just sitting there listening to that shit like, yeah, man, he did the right thing. You don't know what you don't know. Or if you don't know, you don't sign. You don't know, you get someone who does. That is the dumbest advice I ever heard. He told me, yeah, man, he did the right thing still. Because, as I listened to him talk, he said it. You didn't know, you didn't know. I'm like, nigga, what? Are you kidding me? You don't know, so sign. That's wild, B. This is wild. Let me find that video. This is wild. For 300K gold?
Underdog wouldn't be able to use Skip Bayless and the crew once his deal is up. And as we've seen the most recent episodes, we've seen them use Skip Bayless and the crew. Now let's listen to what he said in this small clip right here before we get into Anton's reaction.
Fully control it. Did you lose control though? What do you mean? Because you don't, based off of what you were saying, you don't get to determine how the show goes. You know what I'm saying? Because okay, the partnership, I get. You didn't really understand exactly how big the platform was going to get. I think you undersold yourself because you didn't realize how great you was as a content creator. Honestly, and I've given you props. I've always celebrated you and said that I think that you are incredible and that you got the #1 basketball show in the whole 9 yards. But at what point in this infrastructure deal did you give up the control to where you can't determine, hey, no, I'm executive producing this. I'm controlling my own IP. I determine how many times we stream. I determine how we want to add a football show. At what point did that part come in is what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay, so I had 50% of both shows. So basically any show I produce under No Chill Productions. So No Chill Production is what's 50-50. They don't have rights to Gilbert Arenas. So this channel, anything I do with my name and likeness outside of No Chill Productions, I own 100%. So I'm not exclusive to doing deals, right, with other people. So I never really had control. I didn't want control of thumbnails and all that because I didn't really know about it. I didn't really care. Just you do what you need to do. I'll learn on the way when my contract is up, which is up in 10 months from now. I own all the.
That's a great business model. I'm the dummy, but he told somebody that this is mine, but just do what you do, and I'll learn along the way. But this is mine. This is the business I own. I'm the boss. But hey, do what you need to do. I don't know how to do all that shit. I don't need to know. And yeah, I'll just get back with you at the end of the year after I learn from you. But I'm the boss. As I'm sitting here listening to this conversation, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is worse than I thought. But everybody's so fanboyed out and blinded by the money. On one end, they say money is the root of all evil. But on the next end, they praising this man for how much money he got, not listening to a damn thing that he's actually saying out of his mouth. And I'm just listening to the dumbest statements ever being said. And then Anton is calling him a genius. So I just knew. I said, okay, they both full of shit.
Control of thumbnails and all that. I never really had control. I didn't want control of thumbnails and all that because I didn't really know about it. I didn't really care. Just you do what you need to do. I'll learn on the way when my contract is up, which is up in 10 months from now. I own all the equipment.
You get to keep everything?
So basically my deal is actually this. I own all the equipment. Now, when it comes to the show itself, remember, it's a concept.
Right.
It's not real. 50% is real if we sell.
All I hear is they finesse me. Now, this guy said he don't know nothing about thumbnails. He don't want to know all this other shit. But he hired an editor. He has an editor that live out there that know about thumbnails. Any thumbnail you need, he should be able to make it. Now they got AI thumbnails, but any thumbnail you needed, ain't that's what the junkie for? He went to computer school, didn't he? He gave up 50% because he didn't know about thumbnails and editing, is what he's saying. I didn't know about these thumbnails and editing, so I gave up 50% of my company. Interesting.
Now, if I walk away, what do they have? They can't use Gil's Arena name. They can't use Gil's Arena crew. That's part of my deal. They can't use Skip Bayless and the crew. That's part of my deal. So that means they will have to start brand new with a whole different cast and everything.
So I'm going to be interested in looking to see if they continue to use Nick Young, Kenyon Martin, Rashad McCants, Brendan Jennings, because they've done just that. You know, that thing that Gilbert said they can't do, they're doing that right now. But you know, Gil said their contract is still under Underdog. So like
Now I asked Cino about this part because Cino has the actual contract. Excuse me. And he says he don't see that part, that clause in the contract that Gilbert signed. Now, maybe it was a fake. Maybe Gil sent a fake situation to Cino. Maybe, I don't know. But it doesn't say it in the contract. And I believe they have a workaround by changing the name to Gil's to the Underdog Arena, and that they own a whole nother show and they're giving Gil his name back. Then that's what's leading me to believe. I don't know this as a fact, but that's what's leading me to believe that they at least feel under this new situation that they can retain all of those guys if they want. That's what I believe. Because they're using everybody that he said they couldn't. But I guess if he's out, they all must have to go. This is I'm going to take my ball, take my people, and go home. Gil like Suge Knight, boy. God, dog, just thinking about it. They must be signed a contract to Gil. All the guys individually must be signed to Gil or something. Shit. Gil, damn, boy.
a bit confused. How would they not be able to use it? It would have to be somewhat in the language that in the event that Gilbert is not with them and prior to X, Y, and Z's contract ending, if we were to go separate ways, then Underdog cannot use such and such. But it don't seem like it reads that way because they're still doing the show and Skip Bayless is still, he's sitting in Gilbert's seat now. So let's get into what Anton said, his reaction to everything that's taking place.
Gil is.
And that's why it's frustrating to talk to Gil, because you will tell him all this shit. And then he'll just call you a hater and be like, watch when I prove you wrong. Ha, ha, ha. Like every time Cino was telling them something. Like Cino is really well-versed in a lot of this contractual stuff, a lot of this type of business stuff. So he was telling them like, dude, do you know about this? Do you know about that? And Gil clearly didn't know, as he's openly admitting. But when you don't know something and you have ego to where you can't listen to people who do know, then you're only going to listen to the people that you build and you bring around. But they're going to know that you don't know. And you're trying to do business with these people knowing that you don't, they know that you don't know. So all he had to do was listen to some of the advice that I gave him, and definitely some of the advice that Cino gave him, for show. But he would just brush everything off, take everything as hate. But he's on vacation during the finals on his own show.
The main attraction. It just is what it is. People can get upset about it. They can feel some type of way about it, but there's always going to be a main, right? Stephen A is first take.
Well, Skip is the main attraction now. They got a main and a moderator. They got Skip. And the way Underdog did this shit was so player. Man, I know he gonna get so many channels to speak up for him, and that's great. But man, the way Underdog did this shit was masterful, man. He had to sit and watch how them people became billionaires. He had to sit and watch them people do test run with different people on his show. He's sitting sideline on the couch for half the season. Remember, they took days away from him off the rip. Yeah, go over here. All you care about is money. Go on over here and sit down, and we're gonna pay you to go home. And he did it. He probably should have bucked back right then. He probably should have said, hell no, I ain't going home. No, we built this show on 4 days a week. He should have gave pushback right then, because I believe it would have gave him some grounds or some justification if it's some legal problems down the road. But he seemed to acquiesce. Seemed like he was like, yes, a boss, I'm an employee. Shook your hand, stole your man. It was done so sweet. It had to be a friend. Man, listen, man. They got there, did them dirty, boy. Man, Gil is home. Man, that's embarrassing. I'm starting to figure out, did Gil like cross the line and disrespect one of them Underdog owners or something? Because they did this man dirty, embarrassed him in front of the world. He went from the top show bragging about winning 12 awards to sitting on your couch on vacation at home in LA during the NBA finals. What did you do, Gil? We missing something. For them to embarrass you like this and amnesty your ass again, what did you do, man? It's gonna come out. He been talking about one of them owners' wives or something. They got sweat equity on that boy. Dog, just think about it. Why is he home? 50% owner, just had the #1 show. Do you know how embarrassing this is? This man trying to save face. Oh, I don't think they like me no more. I don't think they like me no more. How they don't like you no more? You the #1 show. What is there not to like? You became more of a headache than worth. They realized that love affair you got for that junkie. They told you to get rid of him. No, I'm not doing it. He's mine. You done brought a little boy toy out there to LA you can't get rid of. No. He's the only one that believed in me. He's the reason why this is possible. When Kwame told me I wasn't nothing and dumb, he's the reason. Giving a junkie grounds to sue you. Just dumb. I will not. Man, I'm trying to tell you. I believe they told him to get rid of that junkie. When Kenyon exploded like that, they probably said, man, you got to get rid of this junkie. And then Gil vouching for him. man, you see all this stuff we get sent on this Gil? Gil probably, no, man, we can't let them beat us. We're in battle mode. We can't let them beat us. Battle mode, battle mode, battle mode. Looking crazy, man. I would have kicked that junkie out so fast. I'm making millions of dollars. Hey, bro, you on your first way trip back to motherfucking wherever you came from. You were supposed to be seen and not heard. You gots to go. Gave you your severance package and let you get a starter apartment by a window and call it a day. Pay your ass up for the rest of the year and send you packing. Put everything in a moving truck. Ken, you straight? He up out of here. That nigga, he went in there, my buddy, that's my buddy. Motherfucker get paid to fold up chairs and watch the door. You ain't never seen him edit. How you with an editor, but you ain't got nobody for no thumbnails and all this shit you talk about, man? Come on, dog. I got somebody to do thumbnail and edit. That's crazy. You got that at your house, basically. Shit crazy.
Gilbert Arenas is Gil's Arena / the arena. And it doesn't mean that everybody else don't contribute or that they don't have great takes or all of this other type of stuff. But in my personal opinion, there is no arena. And of course, they're going to try to keep the show going and all of this other stuff. And I hope that it, everybody makes a lot of money and all of that. But from my perspective, is Gil, and that's the main thing that everybody came to see. And then it's everybody else. It's probably, if I were Gil, this is what I would do. All right. He went through the crash test and he learned, right? I said that he should have owned 100% of the show and he should have been controlling it.
This dude said Gilbert was a genius. I said he was a dummy. This man say he was a genius. So you gave some white folks a network to learn. That's what happened. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Moving right along, man. Let me get my boy up here, man. Let me get my boy Vincent up here, man.
Ben Shapiro has a platform called the Daily Wire, and he brings people on that he has a few people working for him. Michael Knowles works for him, and this guy by the name of Matt Walsh works for him. Now, Matt is very interesting. It's pretty controversial because Matt did this great documentary called What is a Woman? And he was making fun of the left's claim that gender is fluid, that there's no such thing as a man and a woman. And he really made a fool out of these people with it. And then he put out a film called Am I a Racist? And it did the same thing. It showed that racism is whatever the left says it is. So now he's doing something else. And it's interesting because it's about the civil rights movement. And he says everything that you have learned about the civil rights movement is a lie. It was all a lie.
Martin Luther King Jr. is an American icon, widely considered one of the greatest Americans who ever lived. A man who had a vision for a colorblind society, a post-racial America. He had a dream. It's just not the dream you thought it was. Were his true aims a colorblind society or something far more radical? Who bankrolled him? What unfolded behind the scenes in Birmingham, Alabama in 1963? Was civil disobedience actually peaceful? We wanted to show you a clip of the I Have a Dream speech, but according to our lawyers, we can't. In fact, King's family has made a lot of money suing media outlets. They want to silence critics like us. What they're doing makes it very difficult to judge Martin Luther King Jr. not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character. Is America today stronger, more unified, and racially equal than before King's rise? These questions demand answers, and as Americans, we are entitled to a full accounting of the civil rights movement and its consequences. King's movement fundamentally transformed our country and our system of government.
I speak as a citizen of the world. Each day the war goes on, the hatred increases, though the cause of evil prospers.
The first part of our two-part special on the civil rights movement, a new constitution, on Daily Wire Plus.
Thank you, Matt. Because I've been saying it since I wrote my first book, The Iron Triangle.
Ideology. And so to see white men begin to push back against that instead of continually capitulating and kowtowing to it, I think it's high time. And so I think folks like myself and Vince Everett Ellison, we walked so that people like Matt Walsh and Charlie Kirk could run.
And I hear you, and I'm glad you brought this up because I wanted to cover that. Who is, and that's not because I liked what Matt produced. I love what you produce, but which is more important? I think it's actually what you and Vince, being black, has like given Charlie Kirk and Matt Walsh the go ahead, the moral authority to go ahead and run and to tell this truth and to put it out there to perhaps even a broader audience. I don't think you and Vince, without you and Vince, I'm not sure if these guys would be able to do this.
Iron Triangle came out in late 2019, but it really started hitting around about 220, and it really took off after the George Floyd situation. And it said that the civil rights movement was a psyops, that the black preacher, the black politician, the black civil rights worker are the true enemy of black America, not white conservatives. It is just a fact. A lot of people took umbrage at that, but you know what? Nobody's been able to denounce or disprove my scholarship. They just want to scream and yell like they do. Book Authority gave the Iron Triangle number 61 in his list of the top 100 political books ever written in the history of the world. Yes, that's right. Number 61 in their list of the top 100 books ever written in the history of the world. My book is number 61. Thank you. I'll take a bow. Now, I'm sure that Matt Walsh and Ben Shapiro and all of them have read it. And I did a documentary called Will You Go to Hell for Me? This documentary also talked about Martin Luther King Jr., the psyops behind the civil rights movement, the communist conspiracy behind it. And that it was designed to do one thing: stop the upward mobility of black Americans and put them aside to be used by the communists to do irreparable harm to the United States of America. It's almost like having yourself a Trojan horse virus inside a computer. Their job is to only do damage. Like having, this is a bad comparison, but it's like having rodents or something in your house designed to destroy you. And not all black people, but you have white Marxists too, okay? But these white Marxists are usually the puppet masters. They're like these guys in Hamas who lives in the nice high rises over in the UAB, but and they have these suicide bombers living down in these tunnels and running out and killing people and blowing themselves up for them. Yeah, cannon fodder. That's who they are. And they've used the black community like that. You know, while they set up drinking lattes and drinking, eating caviar, they're using the black community to go down there and get themselves killed and blow it up for them. And it's been working well. And they've been using this model now for the past 60 years. So Matt Walsh has caught on to it. And I appreciate him doing it. But myself and Virgil Walker and April Chapman and Chad Jackson, we've been doing this for a while. As a matter of fact, TPUSA, before Charlie Kirk died, was on it also. Charlie asked me to be part of this documentary series called Race War. And in episode 2 of Race War, he allowed me and my good friend Virgil Walker to really take a lot of time to just deconstruct the civil rights movement and Martin Luther King Jr. And I'm gonna tell you, Charlie Kirk wasn't afraid of anyone. And I was so happy that he allowed us to do this, and that he didn't leave that part on the floor of the editing room. You can see some of it here.
That if we are going to get control of the black community, we have to go through the church. Church meaning the black preacher. They hope. Extraordinarily charismatic. Whether you like him or not, he's brave. Beautiful wife, beautiful family. And because King had gone to Boston University, he was very, very comfortable around the upper elite white people. And he was willing and wanted to be extraordinarily popular. And they used his narcissism to do many, many things. So King comes in, look on the King magazine. Me saying it, they're gonna just not listen to it because I'm black. But if the white man say it, they believe everything the white man say. So since white folks saying it now, they'll start believing it now. You know, what did the white man say? Yeah, white, well, hell, that's true then. You know, it's a shame, but it's a fact. So we've been selling our children to the Democratic Party. Well, I haven't been, but the black community's been selling their children to the Democratic Party for a very long time. It's,
Damn, Vincent says selling our children. Jesus. Now, I don't know if everything he's saying is true. I'm just bringing the information only because nobody else talks like this. So I like to hear all sides of the story. You know, it's a little weird. Since we don't trust the government, the one thing I don't understand is why I was taught so much about Martin Luther King, but not so much about Malcolm X. If these people were two black leaders, they're black leaders. They just had difference of opinion. So why would the government care so much about sending him to schools to teach us that? I just thought that was a little strange. Yeah, I thought that part was a little strange. That they send this man to schools and all that to make sure we learn about him. And seeing what they put in schools now, it leads me to believe that what they put in schools back then wasn't that great for us either. Really didn't have much to do with school either. Really didn't have much to do with learning. It's an agenda. So that's why I play things like this, because I want to make sure that I hear all sides of the information, and then, and only then, you can make an informed decision. I can't help what I was taught as a child, but I can help what I can control my emotions and allow myself to hear different information and more information around a topic. I'm not going to get so brainwashed to think, hey, it's not like they laid out a set of options in front of me when I was a kid. They just gave me this option. So I'm definitely going to listen. Now, you guys don't have to listen to believe them, but I'm listening to hear new information.
If you give them an EBT card, they'll let you transition them in the public educational system. You give them Section 8, they'll allow you to pick them up on the school buses and allow them to be castrated and turned into little boys, and little boys castrated, turned into little girls, and girls getting double mastectomies turned into little boys. You'll allow them to abort your children. If you give them some free stuff, they even allow grown men to go to the bathrooms with your wives and your children and play on sporting teams with your wives and children, and go in locker rooms with your daughters. Yeah, you've as men, you've basically given up your responsibility as men and sold it to this party of miscreants, afraid to go out there and defend yourself, defend your families, defend your honor. And Matt Walsh is calling you on it, same as I did. You're not seeking equal opportunities. This was a psyops. What do I mean? There was this book called Nudge, written by Cass Sunstein. Cass Sunstein is a good friend of Barack Obama's. Nudge claims that you can get people to do anything as long as you make them do it incrementally. Hitler didn't just say, we're going to kill the Jews today, y'all. No, he took them step by step. First you take their property. First you take their right to vote. Then you take their property, and then you herd them into the ghettos, and then you take them out of the ghettos into the concentration camps. In the concentration camps, you start killing them. We're here in America. Nudge was the same way. You first start, at making homosexuality legal, because it was illegal in a lot of states. Then after you make it legal, you say, well, let's do domestic partner legislation. Okay, we can do that. And then because they just want to live together. And then if you do domestic partner legislation, you say, let's make it illegal to discriminate on account of sexual orientation. Okay, we can do that. And you do that. Then the next thing you do, you say, well, since we've done that, let's make same-sex marriage legal. And they said, all right. And the people were prepared for it. And now they're saying, now let's make it where you can transgender children. And now they've taken this a bit too far in some areas, but with most Democrats, too far is an oxymoron. They're going to do what they're told. And the civil rights movement took us down that road. We turned from God. We turned from family. We turned from community. We gave it all to government. All of it. And beautifully, organizations like TPUSA, the Daily Wire, and now I think many others are going to start telling America about this, especially since the Supreme Court now has made these majority black districts unconstitutional. We're now going to have to start taking a look at what we've been doing in this country when it comes to race. And we're going to have to see how the civil rights movement was just a lie. This is the first step. So the fact that America has survived this movement is amazing in itself, and that black people have survived it. It was extraordinarily destructive to this country. 65 million abortions, 500,000 murders, $30-something trillion in handouts for the Great Society.
Wait a minute. Did he say 65 million abortions? Hold on. Let me go back. I know he didn't say nothing about no 65 million abortions.
This movement is amazing in itself, and that black people have survived it. It was extraordinarily destructive to this country. 65 million abortions, 500.
65 million abortions. Holy shucks. And then you got Negroes talking about, man, why we still at 13%? I don't believe we at 13%. I believe we higher than that. I believe we way higher than that. I don't believe what we white folks telling me. We unaliving 65 million kids. How can we say anything is a win after that? How can we say anything is a win after that?
This movement is amazing in itself, and that black people have survived it. It was extraordinarily destructive to this country. 65 million abortions, 500,000 murders, $30-something trillion in handouts for the Great Society, the destruction of the black family, the destruction of the educational system, the destruction of the economic system.
The great psychiatrist Carl Jung said, "It is not what happens to me, it's what I choose to become."
I'm not trying to scare nobody, but we are in danger.
In slavery is a choice. We ask the question, do you choose to be free or do you choose to be a slave?
So you feel like a victim?
I'm a victim. I'm a victim of white supremacy.
And so are they holding you back financially?
Well, they can. Most black people sit at the bottom of every socioeconomic statistic in America because we still deal with the same slave mentality that says, I had no choice.
Those of us that now insist that we're no longer being oppressed and that it's ourselves that are now our worst enemies are in fact gullible, naive, and are ignorant of the true reality.
If you walk around saying that you're oppressed, you're not a man. And you're not an American. When you say you're oppressed, I'm telling you, you're an heir of Jesus Christ, you're a child of God. Nobody can oppress you.
Our religious heritage is rooted in the regrettable experience of slavery. And I'm scared. Scared.
When you talk about the vestiges of slavery, that is the vestige of it.
Scared. Our religious heritage is rooted in the regrettable experience of slavery. And I'm scared. Scared.
When you talk about the vestiges of slavery, that is the vestige of it.
And I'm scared. I'm scared. Hey man, I just hope I don't get Vincent canceled, boy. Lord have mercy, boy. Me playing him on my platform, I don't know. They'll probably flag me and leave him alone. And I'm just listening. Cause I'm scared. Scared. He making sure you know. Hey, you know, Ricky, they call that a cur. I bet you he ain't scared of nobody black.
A mentality that says I cannot change my plight, I cannot change my life, I have no choice. The man who says he's free, the man that says he's a slave are both correct. Slavery is a choice. And then the left is going to say that this was a success. You know why? Because the Democratic Party, heaven, is an American hell. Yes, this was good for them because their job was to get Marxists in our government. And they did. And they're raising all this hell now because now America's taking its power back from these people. We gave you an opportunity. And just like in the Bible with the talents, Jesus gave a parable where this rich man had 10 servants and he gave each one a talent. And a talent at that time was money. And he said, let me see how much you increase your talent by the time I get back. And when he came back, one servant said, Lord, I take the one talent you gave me and now I have 10. Other guy said, Lord, I took the talent you gave me and I have 5. And then this one guy said, well, hey, you know, Lord, you gave me the talent and I was afraid to lose it, so I took it and I buried it. And the rich guy got mad at the guy that buried the talent. He said, hell, man, you could have made more money through usury by just lending out money. And guess what he did? He took that talent away, took it away from him and gave it to the others and kicked him out. They gave black people an opportunity 50 years ago to take control of the black community. You want it? You got it. And instead of doing what Israel did and build a great society, 50 years later, is worse off than it's ever been. And they want to call it success. And when America said, no, we're going to take it back from you because you're killing these people. You've had enough time. We're not going to let that back and watch you destroy another generation of children. Abort another 60 million people. Have crack and cocaine and heroin and prison and death. We don't want another atomic bomb dropped on these people. It's like you're watching some guy and the guy's laying on his back and there's a guy on top of you just beating him and beating him.
Yeah, they gonna probably cancel Vincent, boy. Ooh, Lord. Boy, he gonna probably get canceled. Lord have mercy. Jesus. You can't say this on YouTube. Boy, they finna put oh my goodness. He said some things that I was like, ouch. Damn. Oh my goodness. Let me click it back a tad so y'all can hear this last part again. Ooh, Lord. Boy. My.
You've had enough time. We're not going to let that back and watch you destroy another generation of children. Abort another 60 million people. Have crack and cocaine and heroin and prison and death. We don't want another atomic bomb dropped on these people. It's like you're watching some guy and the guy's laying on his back and there's a guy on top of you just beating him and beating him and beating him and beating him and beating him. And you finally say, leave that man alone. He's had enough. I've seen Muhammad Ali hit a guy and have him in the corner, whipping him, look at the referee, say, stop it. I don't want to hurt this man anymore. And I've seen him look at the ref again and say, I told you to stop it, and the ref stops the fight. Ali didn't want to hurt him no more. Oh, that's not the Black Caucasus. They want to keep the fight going. They haven't beat you down enough. And Supreme Court is screaming, stop it. I've been screaming, stop it for the last 5 rounds. Stop the fight, stop the fight, stop the fight, stop it.
But nobody's looking at it in that way that he's saying it. It's almost looking like they trying to make it look like we going back to Jim Crow. I'm trying to figure out, what are we celebrating? What were we celebrating prior to this? I keep asking, where is this black community where there's a black stronghold to where we killing it at? Well, let me take that word out of it, because every black stronghold, that's what we doing. But can you say it's ran by all black, everything is smooth, the crime is low, the economy is great, education is fire, the streets are clean? Where is it at? They just steady arguing over power. We losing our power. It's crazy. The man say the beating gotta stop.
They're killing these people. Stop it. Well, black Marxist caucus, consider yourself stopped. And we ain't finished with you yet. And we're going to keep going until we do finish it. So Matt Walsh, welcome to the party. TBUSA, welcome to the party. TBUS Rise, we in the party. And to all my other black podcasters out there, black conservative podcasters, you keep pressing this agenda. Keep making it safe for the other conservatives to come out and tell the truth. Hopefully soon it'll get to Washington, D.C. And we'll start tearing down all the monuments and stuff. You want to tear down some statues? Yeah, we got something we need to tear down. Yes, we do. And I'm going to be the one with the sledgehammer, because I'm here to wake you up. I hope I did you some good here today. So join me again for another edition of the Vince.
Man, salute. Dang. That's crazy. That's three crazy. You said Philly is what? I used to live in Philly. But I don't know, but you know what? I'm going back home though, y'all. I don't give a fuck. I'm just doing what Stephen A. doing. I'm talking bad about the Democrats, but I'm gonna vote for them. I'm scared of them. I want my chicken. I want my girls. Yeah, man. Fuck that. Oh shit. Cause Stephen A. gonna still vote Democrat. I don't care what nobody. Stephen A. gonna still vote Democrat. I don't care what nobody say. But SJ, salute. Y'all have a blessed rest of y'all afternoon or y'all night. I'm about to get up out of this thing and get out y'all way. I'm gone.